So we're finishing up our Unit 2 summary, and we're on number 26. 26 through 35, we're talking about cell division. And for number 26, cells must maintain a larger surface area to blank ratio. That word is going to start with an R, and this is one of the reasons why cells need to divide. If the cell was really, really big, it would take a long time for waste or nutrients to come in and out of the cell. So we want to have less of this word and more surface area. Remember, just like with mitochondria and chloroplast, the more surface area you have, the more room you have for things to occur, more diffusion can occur through the cell membrane. For number 27, this is a little different. It says, during the blank part of blank, the cell copies the DNA and prepares for cell reproduction. We're going to say during the first, and I'm going to help you with this one, first part of the cell cycle, actually, I want to go ahead and change this statement a little bit. I don't really like the way this is worded, or maybe I'm just being confused at the moment. But for 27, let's change this. During the blank, the cell copies the DNA and prepares for cell reproduction. Let's go ahead and use the letter I, this word, and this is the stage in the cell cycle where we make DNA. So make copies of DNA. This does happen first. Happens first. Number 28, mitosis is a type of asexual reproduction that results in blank identical daughter cells. We're thinking about how many are there. This is going to start with a T, okay? How many daughter cells do you make in mitosis? I do want to go ahead and have you draw a picture right here for mitosis. So in mitosis, remember that you start with one cell, and you're going to divide, and how many cells do you produce? Are they the same? Are they different? Well, it does tell us that they're the same. So how many are you making right here? You do need to know this picture, so fill that in. 29. Blank reproduction is fast. It involves only one organism and produces identical offspring. This is going to start with an A. What type of reproduction is fast? Only one organism. Makes identical offspring, okay? This is not something that we do to make more humans, but this is something that we'll do to make more skin cells. So what type of reproduction makes more skin cells? 30. Blank reproduction is slower. This starts with an S. It involves two sets of genetic material, that's an important part here, and produces genetically different offspring. Remember for this one, for number 30, doesn't always have to be two mammals reproducing, but it could be something like, could be fish, where one lays the eggs and the other comes over and fertilizes them. Number 31, blank is the process used to make gametes or sex cells. This is going to start with an M-E, okay, so you want to fill that in. 32, meiosis involves blank cell divisions. How many? Starts with the T, and cuts the chromosome number in, if we're writing out the word, starts with an H, to produce haploid cells. Remember in meiosis, let's draw a picture of that. You start with one cell. It divides one time, making two, and each of those two cells divide a second time. This is the second division, and you end up making 4. 33. Meiosis starts with one cell and ends with blank haploid cells. And right here, the number is going to be 4 haploid cells, but I want you to tell me, are they going to be identical or are they going to be different? Identical or different? Okay, what are they going to be? 34. Blank occurs when a gene on one homologous chromosome switches places with the same gene on another. This is actually two words. C, O. All right? So look at that. What is that process called? 35. Blank is when chromosomes do not separate properly during meiosis and can result in genetic diseases like Down syndrome. This usually means you have an extra chromosome or you're missing a chromosome. Okay, you have too much or too few. And this is going to, and this is going to start with a D. Had a little brain fart. And number 36, the last thing says to create a fill-in-the-blank question with a vocabulary word that was not used in the above questions. So this might be, you maybe want to focus on Unit 2.3 because this was a tougher unit for you. So flipping through the notes, what was a vocabulary word you can make a question for? Maybe you struggled with 2.2. Maybe you struggled with 2.1 because you need a little more review. Make sure you create your last question and use this to study from, okay? And start studying, get prepared for that test, and you'll do great.